Hi there, how are you? Okay, I wanted to share with you today a situation that we discussed with the group of parents of children with autism who has been enrolled into Lighting the Path. And today, one of the situations that one of the parents was sharing with us is they have a child who has now learned how to unlock doors. And so the thing is, at any time, at any point, he will unlock the door and walk away the house. He's 4 years old, and literally it happens many times. That's something that I really work with the families. Self boundaries, internal boundaries, I would say, and external boundaries. Which are the difference between internal boundary and external boundary? So external boundaries will be okay, my kid now know how to open the door, so I will put a lock higher so he won't be able to grab it. Or my kid wants to get my phone all the time. He just keeps asking for my phone, and whenever I leave it, he can just grab it and spend hours there. And if I try to remove it from him, it will be a tantrum. So what I do, I hide it. My kid will eat all the cookies. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting up on the fridge. So removing things from their side is not creating an internal boundary, but is creating just an external boundary, which means he won't be able to eat the cookies because he doesn't have it on reach. He won't be able to touch your phone because he doesn't have it handy, but he's not learning anything either. So meaning that if by any chances it happens that you left the jar of cookies down, he will probably eat them all because he has not got any internal boundaries. So that's why I always think of those situations as a moment of learning, like a really, really good moments where to teach the kids internal boundaries. It might be stressful a little bit if you are not on the right emotional wave. It might be stressful for you as parents because you will have to explain to them many times until they get to understand that even though the cookies are there, they won't be able to touch them. They can have one cookie, or I don't know, what will be your limit? Okay, today you can have 2 cookies. So you grab the jar, you get 2 cookies out. We're going to count them, 1, 2, and that's it. No more cookies for today until tomorrow. You can also use a calendar and probably show him on the calendar so he will see one day and another day. Let's suppose that he's 4 years old, like this lady was telling me, and of course he won't understand what is one day and next day. It doesn't matter, but still visually is there, meaning that today we are having no more cookies, okay? And so if we can leave the jar in a place that we can actually manage for explain our child every time he goes and grabs and try to grab one, explaining him that that's not going to happen today, that we have to wait until tomorrow, and we can go back to him and show him on the calendar that we have to wait, and that for today we have no more cookies. That could really help him to create self-regulation. And self-regulation is about that. It's about seeing something that I really, really want, or something that I really, really want to do, or something that I really, really want to touch, or something that I really, really want to see, and so I will run. And instead of running, instead of touching, instead of eating, I'm self-regulating. I'm holding myself from that impulse, right? So I'm inhibit that impulse. And that's a really good skill that we do all need for living healthy, for living safely, and for living in a society. Because you're going to go with him on the road. You're walking, and then suddenly he sees something he wants to see. He might cross the road if you don't hold his hand. But so if we work on his behavior and how to hold his impulse, and we still are working on the prefrontal lobe, saying that you have to reconsider before you actually do the action. So the fact that we just can say, wait, and he will stop and we'll say, watch, there's a road here. So we have to wait until the light tells us that we can cross. And so for him to manage those situations, that will be really important. And trust me, it will be a great asset for him to have when he goes to primary or kindy. So you can use those situations to teach them important skills for life. Those are fundamental skills that he will need to learn. So you redirect him to do something else instead of touching that thing that you don't want him to touch, even though that thing will remain there. So that will be a very good moment for you to explain him things that are really going to be valuable for life. I hope this information is useful. I hope you can start working on that. And remember, every time that you're going to just remove something from their sides, instead of giving him the chance to learn how to stop himself from doing things that are not he's not able to do, or that you've been telling him not to do, don't avoid him learning that, because that's going to be a really basic and fundamental information that he needs to learn, and as soon as better. I hope this information is useful. The purpose of it, of sharing, is that you might probably be in the same situation. Well, now you can consider, instead of creating external boundaries, just helping your child to gain internal boundaries. That will be a great tool for his life. Stay calm. I walk with you.